It's me, Chris. My goal is to try and invest in 100 crowdfunding projects, each one £1,000. I'm doing this for two main reasons. The first is that I want founders and investors alike to really understand where confidence can be won or lost from a professional investor's perspective. And I am not an expert, but I have a lot of opinions. The second is that I want to track over time whether or not crowdfunding really is a good professional investor platform. Because if it is, it's be such a beautiful and wonderful way, in particular for community-based companies, to raise a lot of money at a venture scale, not at some like mini crowdfunding, Kickstarter-y, whatever scale. Anyway, if you're going to watch everything that I think, and we're going to hear everything that I think and say, unfiltered. I'm not going to edit anything. If it meets my investor checklist, which is my investment thesis, this is my very early stage, high-risk investment thesis in the bottom left. If it meets these criteria, I will do the investment here and now. Anyway, let's begin. Coming to the end of going on Crowdcube. After this, I'll go on Cedars. But let's... I think I've actually nearly done all of them anyway. Don't go by popularity because it's not a competition. Okay, I'm doing UK only at the moment. And that's primarily because I want to, if they would like it, form a relationship with the founders going forward. So let's have a look. What have I not done? Early access. Too many early access. Birl, I've not done that. All right, let's do this. Okay. We're on a mission to inspire brands and consumers alike to dive into the world of circular fashion, one trade-in at a time. Aiming to create a world where every item is used or recycled, we plan to contribute to the sustainable fashion ecosystem by enabling seamless trade-ins and keeping products out of landfills through resale and recycling partnerships. Oh, what a mouthful. Now, full disclosure, I am at the moment an informal advisor to a brilliant startup called Garmst, which is in a similar space, but I don't believe investment should be anti-competitive. I think there's a lot to be gained by many working together, so I'm going to carry on. Righty. Now, if this is circular economy, circular fashion, there's been lots and lots and lots of startups come in and out of the circular fashion world. You know, in the most famous kind of disaster, Seam Fix, there's all kinds of issues with it, and it's usually related to the cleaning, logistics, and inventory. Those are usually the hardest parts to any of these kinds of companies. So I'm going to be paying particular attention to whether or not there is an innovation of some kind in one of those three problem areas. And if there is, then that's cool. Let's just go through it. Okay. So they're trying to raise 150K. This is an extension of the previous round, 130K. So if it's an extension, what? This Crowdcube round is an extension of the previous round in which £130,000 have been reflected in the progress bar. So if you take £130,000 away from this, there's 4,950 from 46 investors. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think there's a templating issue on the Crowdcube website here. Anyway, I will gloss over that for the meantime. It's a convertible note. So that means I'm going to need to know its cap. That will be in its UK summary of key information. Let's have a look. So what is the cap? So for those who don't know, a convertible note is basically where you invest now and they give you essentially an IOU, a document that says, I owe you shares, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'll do it at some point in the future at some pre-agreed either price or formula. And that's really a good thing for some founders, because if you're raising like piecemeal pieces of money, so a little bit here, a little bit there, to get you up to a certain kind of point where you can then go and raise a big round, it saves you having to do all of the heavy legal work, at least, multiple times. You know, when you start issuing shares and you're filing at company's house, you're doing all your taxes, you're doing your EIS stuff, it can be a lot of work and cost quite a bit of money from a legal point of view if you're not skilled to do it yourself, or you're not being sensible and using something like Seed Legals. Anyway, it's way cheaper and way easier just to do a convertible note. So I want to know the key terms of that note. So it's, 6 months, which is HMRC's limit. You can't have an IOU last longer than 6 months. Well, actually, My lawyers actually told me that's not entirely true. You can have a long stop for a long time. It's just HMRC advise a long stop within 6 months. And I don't know if anybody's actually tested beyond that, whether it's still valid. Okay, so it's a valuation of 2750. Let me just put that in here. 2750. Just so I don't forget. Okay. Seems fair. Okay. The problem, take, make, waste. Every year, a staggering 100 billion items of clothing are produced worldwide. Only 5% of these garments ever find a second life through resale, and less than 1% are recycled into new clothing. Yes, we are aware fashion is a shit show for the environment. Particularly fast fashion. Okay, Cam, I'm going to go to the deck because I need to see the innovation. Is there a novel invention? Does it work, change behavior? Those are really the core things that I'm looking at. I know Stitch Fix IPO'd at a huge valuation. I know circular economy could be really big business. Did I say Seam Fix? Seamless? I meant Stitch Fix earlier. Anyway, I know you can get a good return if the business is executed well, and it can be multi-territory. You can have multi-players in a single territory. It's big business, so I'm not worried about this, at least theoretically, can I 10x my money, particularly with the valuations that they've gone. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. So this comes down to, is there a novel invention? Does it work or change behavior? Ding. Birl. Birl's vision to create a world where all clothing is either used or recycled. Dub, 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 dub. Yes, yes, yes. How do you solve it? Circular economy. Well, I mean, that's what everyone's tried over the last 10 years. I remember when I was first in Techstars in like 2011, 2012, I think it was called the Fashion Project. They raised fucking loads of money. Loads of money. Boom, they're dead. And so, like, it's brutal. This is brutal. It's so easy to go insolvent in a business like this. Investment to make mechanical and chemical recycling of clothing commercially viable. So are you a recycling business? Let's have a look. So but it's focusing on resale. Like, are you resale or are you recycling? They are different things requiring different expertise, different logistics, different processes, more importantly, different IP. Okay. Increases direct to consumer revenue. I mean, if you're going direct to consumer, it's great in the small days. It's very hard in the big days because you need to win customers from then what become essentially high street brands or whatever, like slamming you with adverts. Why now resale is booming? It's always been booming. It's just been shit margins. Go to market, high growth premium brands, UK centric on major storefront, i.e. Shopify. Shopify is not a storefront. Shopify is a tech platform. You are your storefront. Anyway, acquisition, well, whatever. Scale, yeah, whatever. Not seeing the companies I know there. Okay. Experienced executive in VC-backed retail SaaS businesses. Well, this isn't a SaaS business, first and foremost, Cam, but I do wish you well. And VC-backed doesn't necessarily mean successful either. But that's okay. Everyone deserves a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th shot. It's totally fine. Peter, seasoned e-commerce founder, built multiple businesses from pre-revenues to 2 million plus. I assume that's revenue. That's pretty good. It's good for the early days. Tell me how you're going to scale. You're not a SaaS. What the hell? Software subscription. Wait a second. Okay. Have I misunderstood? Is this the tech that goes behind brands that wish to do circular economy? Have I misunderstood? Is that not clear? Or did I just jump to a conclusion? And if I jump to a conclusion, then so many other people will have jumped to a very similar conclusion. Let me have a look. Developing a circular economy. You're giving me information about the problem as a whole, solutions as a whole. Tell me what you do. It's not how can we solve it. Like a B2B SaaS startup dedicated to making resale easy. Our trade-in program. That's not SaaS. Software as a service. We handle all the logistics. Okay, so you're essentially a resale fulfillment model. You're not SaaS. Stop using that. It's not correct. Birl Solutions no chargeable handle. You're in the economy essentially of drop shipping, dark fulfillment. It's called. It's basically where some unknown brand will actually fulfill the orders. Just like today, I bought this like solar power thing from Anker. So it's like a solar power generator with some solar panels because I like camping, but my kids do not like camping. So I thought if I can give them some power. Anyway, my wife doesn't. She likes a nice cold fridge full of wine. But I was thinking, anyway, point of the story, I ordered it from Anker, but JD.com delivered it. And I'm like, wait a second, those are shoes. But it turns out JD is actually a dark fulfillment center and service. Increases direct-to-consumer revenue. Okay, so you are the fulfillment mechanism for resellers. So you must have tech. You must. Okay, now I understand. You're a lot more relevant now. Both of you are a lot more relevant. This is good. Is there an invention? Okay. Is it traction? Let's have a look. MVP approved by Shopify. Not traction. Pilot brands launching summer 24 in UK. Not traction. Second use case developed in sport. Not traction. Strategic partners. Exclusive partnership agreed with Mark.com. Not traction. Exclusive pre-sale partner. Not traction. Partnership agreed. Not traction. Okay. Won an Innovate UK grant. Congratulations. To build an AI-based dynamic pricing engine. What? I mean, fine, but what? That's a massive distraction. That's not core to your business. That's not core to your business. You're raising 700. You haven't built anything. Sorry. Is there a novel invention? No. No, there's not. Does it work change behavior? No idea. Can the founders build it themselves? No idea. Can I 10x my money? Probably. Will I chat about around the dinner table? Meh. I mean, it's not a no, it's not a yes. Let me see if I've missed something, because I really do like the idea of actually a shadow fulfillment service for circular economy fashion. I can think of a few companies, where this could be quite helpful. Innovation at our core. Let's have a look at this. Isn't just a buzzword, it's embedded in our DNA. Oh, God. We know that to keep our customers delighted and stay ahead of competition, we must make our mission to offer the most advanced re-commerce tech solutions on the market. Well, you haven't started. You haven't started. Stop talking like you're innovating new things when you haven't done your first thing. Just because you got grants does not mean you've done anything. Okay, look, let me tell you how you can demonstrate you have a novel invention and does it work or change behavior. Is if somebody has tried your invention and gone, that was better than the other thing I tried, I'm going to come to you again. It's not about revenue. It's not really about solving the big, wider problem. It's about showing you have made something that makes people stop doing it method A and starts doing it method U. And it's really not difficult. But what you're basically telling me is you've lined up some things, but you're using the language of traction when it's not traction. This is a concept round, and that's fine. Just be honest with it. Be honest. Say, we are yet to start. We are building up a war chest so we can execute the fuck out of this. But instead, it's just so unconvincing. It's really not building any confidence. One more chance. Let's have a look at the discussions. One more chance. Looks like a really good idea. That's not a revenue for the last 12 months. Okay, what have they got revenue? What's this? Recent highlights. Doesn't look like they're answering anything about the revenue thing. This is, okay, if this was a cold read, I would say too early. And the reason I'd say that is because I want to maintain a relationship in case they do make something really cool. I don't want to burn the bridge. But the truth is, as a crowdfunding pitch, it's vaporware. It really is just vaporware. There's nothing here. There's an idea, which is fine. Nothing wrong with fundraising on an idea. Just be honest about the idea and then make the founders the anchor to that raise. Look at what we did in the past. Look at the success we've had in the past. Don't you want a piece of our future success as well? This is the only time you'll get it at this price. That's how you do a concept round. And you Describe the source of your innovation, whether you made it yourself. Is it like some kind of like insight or relationship you have that no one else has? Like, why can I trust you over somebody else with the same idea? That's how you raise for a concept round. What we have here is vaporware. Dead to me. I'm out.